The GWM Aussie treble doesn't want to be thinking about cuts. He wants to be thinking about the world title race this year. Let's see if Griffin can bounce back at Bells Beach.
And one of the highest airs I have ever seen at the CT level. I mean, once again, consider the strong offshore wind, just gets a lot of speed. Look at how high he gets, Joe. How high he gets, how quick that rotation is, and blowing the kiss to the people in the stands, just saying, yep, thank you guys very much. Big time players, they make big time plays, Joe. We saw one right here from this kid. Wow, that is just absurd. You're kidding. You're kidding, Joe.
This is gigantic. Look at him play with it as well with that hang time. He was like, maybe I'll just tap slob on the way around. It didn't matter. A landing that he almost feels like was nonchalant.
Throughout his season, here he goes.
Already on his second wave. How was that punt we saw during the catch-up with McGillivray? It was enormous. Wave number 2, he's sticking to the face so far. Little inside track will just kind of force the punch out of the fins. A lazy reverse, and he'll... M.Mignot is loving Punta Roca. Third wave, Rio still waiting as he's got the wind-up, alley-oop, and he will go straight down. Strider, we've got an air show underway for M.Mignot to become rookies this year. Rio Waida looking to get in this heat. Top 5 in the world at the moment. He lays down a beautiful down carve to kick off this racetrack at Punta Roca. Another big rip for the Indonesian, crushing the lip line again. Another big draw off the top, and now punching that oncoming section. Slices it away. So many maneuvers throughout this wave, and he's got one left for us. It's a frontside air reverse. Rio Waida surfing like a vet, not rattled by the hi-fi energy.
And this is, as you said, somebody who does not get rattled, made sure to answer back, and combination on the outside was cool. It wasn't excellent. Lays it on rail, keeps the rail in the water for a long period of time too. But just a blue collar type of wave right here, Joe. Meat and potato surfing, nothing crazy or out of this world, but you want to get on the board and have a good answer to your opponent. So lots of maneuvers, non-consequential most of them though, Joe. And right here, he just needs to add in a little bit of spice. He does. Great rotation to finish that wave off.
A nice steady start for the Indonesian, but Marco's already on fire. Overhead section out the back. Just a speed turn there. Highlining. And the rookie just gets a little connection. Goes off the top on a hollow part of the wave, and he can still go to the distance. Throwing it off the roof. Try not to get sticky behind it, and he actually pulls into a wedge. Not much water under there, so...
No. Those sections aren't standing up, as you're mentioning, Joe. The outside was sick, though. These first 2 turns I really enjoyed. A lot of speed on that one, more down the line, but much more commitment on this one. Takes his time, fully lays into it, especially knowing that this wave's running on you. That combination was excellent. But a very astute and, you know, I want to say veteran move right here, just to commit to the inside. You already have the 317. You've done a lot of surfing on the outside. Why not commit to something right here? Just seemed like that way was stretching out, and he's like, okay. But the commitment and degree of difficulty of the maneuvers, but the combos of major maneuvers, and especially including the flow, Rio had that on the 783, Joe.
Big snap to start for Rio. Quick to eject. He wanted to go right into an air.
Watch out. Over in Australia, one judge, and of course Brazil, Renato Galvão, former 4-time QS champion over there in the panel too, Joe.
And now Rio in motion, throwing down a beautiful rotation, ends up face planting. You could tell his lower body was like, we got it, keep going, and he just couldn't pick himself back up. Card games for a jet ski against Bo Everton. As we look at Rio. Setup turn to start. Throwing down a nice little cut. He's got so much speed on these running rights. Just pushing down the line to keep up with it. Frontside float and steps off. Of happiness, of surfing, and so much support from his family. And look where he sits today. Top 5 in the world, in motion, belting the lip line. Rio Waida, big spring off the bottom. Front foot disconnected. Took him away from the landing. As he's looking to better a 4.17. Mignot stalling, anticipating something big as this wall starts to grow. Marco Mignot forces the reverse and gets stuck. Wastes priority.
Yeah.
Gives it right back to Rio Waida. People are flying straight from here, straight to bells.
Including yourself.
Rapid fire this season. Rio Waida looking for a 3.51 here. Nice crispy carve, flowing off the bottom, tags it, sets up another wrapping turn. Throwing down that nice snap off the coping, and now searching for his finish. Through the speed bumps on the wave, he'll get a little sticky on the redirect. Now cleans it up with a slice in the pocket. Nice forward momentum all the way down the line, and then to Rio's wave.
Yeah, I thought the pacing on this was incredible. Very astute surfing too, not trying to overpace anything. He was surfing for the score right here, and probably no doubt that he's getting the 3.51 or better. Some great surfing, polished, and of course a lot of emphasis on just making sure that he was not only getting the requirement, Joe, just improving just a little bit, having the highest score of the heat. But I will say, left some meat on the bone right here at the end with this fall, Joe. Nice little combination right there, but pushed just a bit too hard for how that section was right at the end. Outside work was incredible, though, especially when you consider this first carve, maintaining that line and the rail in the water the entire time, Joe.
So true, so fast, so composed. Love the decisions with rail. And it didn't hurt me too much with the fall. Even, you know, like you said, he left some points out there, but going for that like slide disaster on a pretty soft section, I don't know, it didn't bother me too much for all the work that he had done. That was cool. As we'll catch up to Mignot halfway down the line. Carved a tail release for the surfer representing France, and he'll sneak out of there. If you've got a considerable lead on the paddle race, you might get priority right back.
And you better keep going against one of the strongest paddlers on tour as well. Combination out the outside was great, Joe. Love this turn in the pocket, a lot of spray. Much more energized on this wave after the fall. That was beautiful stuff. Slides the fins just a bit more. And right here towards the end, he's like, okay, should I go for something big? Risk not improving on the 417. Great tail slide. And this is where we saw right here at the end, just decided to kick out, regain priority, knowing where his opponent was. Did some major damage on the outside, though, Joe, and especially what Strider was talking about, all those ribs coming at you with the wind switching more towards the south right now. Just made sure to keep up the speed the entire time and adjust on the fly.
Positioning his final wave of the matchup. The rookie sets up that first section. Big throw tail reverse on the takeoff. Total commitment and risking it all. Then blasting it on the inside corner. Who is this rookie? Mignot running down the line, punches the tail out once again. Everybody is losing it. At La Libertad, his dad is jumping up and down, and for good reason. That absolute brilliance. What a magical performance here.
This is ridiculous, Joe. The amount of risk, once again, he gets inverted on that air right there and makes up on the inside as well. Great pacing, snap right in the pocket. And to me, I'm thinking it here, okay, he's just going to tag it right at the end. He goes for another air, and he pulls it too. That is just sheer determination and grit. I mean, for a rookie to go for that against number 5 in the world right now, an air that is so difficult, so risky, especially once again, with this kind of wind we have on our hands right here, Joe, that is just top tier level stuff. And his surfing from the CS truly has translated to the championship tour.
How's this whip? That section wasn't going to help him. He's on the rocks. The entire Mignot family wants you to celebrate. Round of 32 continues.